What's up, Killborn? You want?
What's up, Lolo?
Welcome back to the big show.
Very, very big show. It's bigger than your show. Maybe. It's big right now. I feel pretty big up on this mountain top.
Yeah, we are on top of the motherfucking world right now.
Feels like it. The great ocean. The great Pacific. Over here to our side. What are we doing up here?
Sitting on the Great Mound. This is a October debut of a song that's been in the works for a while.
For many Octobers.
For many Octobers. Many Octubres.
Remember that band Blue October?
I do.
They were tight.
That guy was
kind
very emotional.
I only heard a few of their songs, but I remember thinking they were an interesting bond.
Anyways, we should debut the song. Here we go.
So.
Killer You Want.
All
Debut
right.
from The Rock.
Roll it.
Dope.
All right.
I say dope every time, I feel.
You do, maybe.
It's not even a word I use
I
often.
say dope or tight pretty much every time. Sick. I'm going to say that this time.
Slick.
Slick.
No squeam.
Straight savage. Not squeam. It's not squeamish. This is not one of those moments. So, yeah, that was a song called Killer You Want. We made that song a long time ago. Well, not that long ago, only a few years ago, but feels like a long, long, long time ago, huh?
Song in the making, yeah. I remember I'm pretty sure it's that song that the instrumental of it was originally made on an airplane on iPad.
That's right. It was. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Some of songs are just made that way. You know.
I wonder what the most iconic, recognizable song that's ever been released that's been made on a shitty iPad.
Shit, I don't know. But there was that. What's that guy who did it was a hip hop record, or at least he's worked on some stuff. He like made everything on his phone.
Yeah.
Remember
The
that guy?
guy
What
that
was
did
that? What
did
record was that? That was.
give me a sec. It's the Kendrick Lamar.
That was it. Yeah, he made Kendrick Lamar musics. And he did it all on his phone.
I remember seeing a video online and they showed him, they just were like, show us your studio. And they go into this room and they'd say, it's like, well, I just set up inside the booth. And,
He's surrounded by millions of dollars of recording equipment in a studio in this beautiful room.
I see he has some candles. He sits down on the floor in the vocal booth and he has his phone.
Yeah, he plugs a guitar into it.
His phone.
It's pretty cool.
That is pretty dope.
I feel like, that's not that much harder than making it on a computer if you're just like writing some shit. I guess hip hop music might not be as hard as like, I'm going to record a record with drums, guitar, bass, and all kinds of craziness.
I think there's something to learn from that because there's so much.
Sure.
It's like you can break down the elements in a hip hop song so simply. It's like it's got an underlick, it's got a bass, it's got a drum, it's got a vocal. Call it a day.
I wonder if anybody's ever made a record in Audacity.
Probably.
For all those non-audio nerd people, because we're totally nerding the hardness right now. We're nerding super hard right now. Audacity is a software program that you record things into. And it's also free. And we are not affiliated with them in any way. But in a pinch, they're pretty great.
Yeah, it'll record.
Anyways.
It'll record onto your PC.
Yeah, it'll make your records, your platinum records. Anywho, yeah, this is beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, you can't.
You really we have to talk to each other and we have to like be engaged in this podcast, but I am so prone to just stare out in that water and just want to like look at it. You want to hit a weed pen?
Okay.
Actually, we should invite our buddy over here, our Midiot friend. We call people who are our friends who do work for us for free and burritos. We call them Midiots.
Should I summon him?
Yeah, let's get him over here.
Brendan, we summon you to the MIDI desk.
I'm having a lot of asthma right now. I'm hoping that won't be an issue for our listeners if I'm a little wheezy.
Here he comes. He's making his way over the rocks. We have a microphone. We have a microphone for him.
Oh, here he is.
You stand
I got
there.
a mic for you right here in my mic.
Yeah,
pocket.
I'm gonna move the tape deck out of the way.
Let's get this out of here. Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hey.
Brendan.
Hello.
What an honor.
What a privilege.
Pretty winded. Getting up that mountain.
So, you have a great backdrop on you.
Yeah. Nice.
What do you think about this location, Brendan? Was it fun hiking all the way up here with all this gear? For no money?
Despite, asthma and diabetes and other chronic illnesses, I'm willing to walk up a hill and lug gear for free to smoke the finest marijuana with my friends.
The finest weed sticks. Yeah, no. We're lucky. We found this guy. He was just like, yeah, I'll work for weed. It's fine. No, he's an old friend of ours. Been friends for a long time with this guy.
Yeah, I grew up. Brendan and I played in bands in high school and out of high school.
I did play in bands with Logan in high school.
Riffs only.
Only riffs, no singing.
Riffs, no singing. No room for singing. Just riffs only.
We at one point had singing.
Oh,
it was better with no singing. I think was the conclusion.
Talk about that.
Was
Talk
drawn.
about that. What happened with the singing?
Well, I didn't know how to sing until after that ended, and then
Logan didn't sing. You didn't
Logan
sing.
didn't sing. Spencer didn't sing.
Right.
Who's also been in a musical group.
Oh, that's
with
right.
Skylar and myself.
We have been in a band together. It was called the Parmesans.
And we didn't know how to sing.
Yeah.
But there was this guy in town who did know how to sing. He was quite a bit older than us.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't. It seemed
seemed like it. I mean,
it seemed like
Oh,
it.
really?
We
He
were
wasn't
teens,
actually.
and he was probably
I thought
like
he was.
21.
He's in his dubs.
And you guys were how old? 16?
No, at
we
that
were
point we were probably like 17, 18.
Oh, and I remember you guys told me that he was just like one time in a space you were like talking about his aspirations and why
make
he was
$1 million
actually in the
bucks.
band.
He was going to make $1 million,
Yeah.
call it quits, and then move to Hawaii. That was his
What he
goal.
said.
Verbatim. That's what he
Yeah,
wanted
that's
to do.
what he said at this point, I would say that's a pretty unrealistic goal.
Yeah.
$1 million will get you to Hawaii.
Yeah.
And then probably for the first 3 years, you're probably pretty good.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And then you would need another $1 million, pretty quickly.
Yeah, and then you're
So
on a bucket back to the States.
I have no idea what that person does now. God bless him.
God bless him.
G bless that bee.
Yeah, I mean, not much of a story there. We couldn't sing.
You know, it's weird how that is sometimes with bands. Just like, it's just a bunch of people. Everybody has their own reason for being there, their own commitment level. It's really hard to be in a band because of that reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the hardest thing about being in a musical group or any type of group.
Yeah, it's kind of like having a girlfriend, but there's no. I mean, at least in any of the bands that I've been in, there's no sex in them.
Not usually.
So it's like all the bad parts of being in a romantic relationship with somebody, but you don't get to play the Bustin' theme.
Because you're making musical
later
sex.
on in the day.
You want to explain real quick what you're saying there? What is the Bustin' theme? We won't spend too much time on this, but this is worthy of noting.
I don't know if Bustin' is a road that is good to go down.
Oh, I guess not. It's like this artist that made a song combining, what was it,
It's just one song. It's just the Ghostbusters theme song chopped in a way.
So he
to be
says,
explicit.
Bustin' makes me feel good.
It's a boy's joke.
It's a pee-pee poo-poo joke, but we like those, so I guess.
It's a joke that goes off in the car, and if there are any women around, they are frowning.
Aw.
Yes, I would say
They don't
that
have
is
to, though.
probably true.
It's kind of funny either way.
But luckily for me, I'm not around women very much.
Women are busting all the time, okay? So anyways.
Busting out.
Yeah.
Rick James.
Oh, I've got some tequila. Anybody want some?
Oh, look at that.
It's not good. I mean, I'm not going to say it's not good. It's decent.
All right, I'll take a swig.
All right.
I'll swig it. Someone's got to talk while I swig.
Yeah, so have you guys ever had, I don't know if you guys are whiskey buffs, Ancient Age?
Yeah, Ancient Age is pretty bad.
Yeah, I used to drink a lot of Ancient Age back in college and maybe a few years after that as well. This is like the Ancient Age of tequila.
Tastes like cleaner.
It's called Camarena.
Doesn't Ancient Age typically come in a plastic?
Yes, this
container?
is a step up because it is
glass.
actual glass. That's true.
Glass.
So that's classier end of the low budget
Put that there, just in case.
beverage, adult beverage selection.
Yeah. I mean, it's doing the trick. I've obviously enjoyed some already.
Well, you guys brought me on the podcast on this mountain.
So what are you doing for us?
Oh, I'm unemployed.
Oh.
So I have free time.
Okay.
To do helpful things for people, and I figure that the more I do helpful things, the more likely it will be that at some point in the future I'll find a real job by being helpful.
Right.
I think that's a good way to live.
Additionally, it's I have things to learn throughout my interactions with the musical group, and that are also beneficial to me.
Mm-hmm.
And so, there's many reasons to do things for free. It's interesting being an unpaid intern when you're 32, though. That does have its drawbacks.
Hey, you got to start somewhere with whatever you're fucking figuring out.
But yeah, I spent all of my 20s not really starting anything. So, I used to be rich, and I didn't have to do anything.
Yeah, why were you rich?
This is actually how I met Jen. This all ties in.
I was there. I remember this.
So, when I was younger, I was a college student, like many of us were a decade ago, and I was transporting my body to campus in San Francisco, to the university there where I did my studies, and on the way, a person ran me over in their car, and then several years later, because of that interaction between my body,
ran you over.
Brendan got fucked up.
Yeah, I got fucked up pretty bad. I mean, they didn't run me over. I got launched.
Yeah.
So
you're on a bike?
Yeah, I was on a bicycle.
Yeah.
Anyway, long story short, I got some money because of this experience. I used that money at one point to take a large group of people out, I think, to eat pizza at Jupiter's in downtown Berkeley, where I, years after that, ended up doing some gigs playing the mandolin.
Oh, really?
And that that happened to be Logan's first date with his wife, Jen.
As our first interaction was that night.
Yeah,
Brendan was taking us all out.
I know. He didn't say anything about it until the very end. I was sitting next to him, and he like looks over at me, and he's just like, "I'm gonna pay for this." I was like, "Whoa!" I was like, "Holy shit!" He took that thing. And paid for it.
In retrospect, as an adult, it probably wasn't even that much money. It was probably like
Dude, it was like $300.
yeah, a few $300, but what's that, like 12 people
stacks.
eating pizza? I mean,
Which is
really,
nothing. We got plenty of money.
as an
That's
adult,
nothing.
I feel like as you get older, one thing that changes a lot is the amount of money that you're willing to spend on food, especially in a group of people.
Sure.
Like if you're out to dinner and the check's $800 and there's 4 of you,
You're all fucked.
You're paying $200 whether you like that or not. That's part of being an adult, is spending too much money.
Okay.
And that is sometimes a surprise.
So you guys are just talking about when you go out with a group, certain people will decide to just get a little bit more adventurous. Hey, I'm gonna have another drink, and you're like realizing this shit's all getting split. So why not? Why don't
another
you
Macallan, please?
Yeah, why don't you just go get another drink too? Because you're just adding to this pile of debt.
How many you guys want?
Yeah.
It's all getting
Two
split.
each?
It's gonna be cheaper if you just get
And,
another
honestly,
thing.
I feel like when you go out to eat with a group of people, it's a real big bummer when somebody in that group doesn't want to just split it.
Yeah, that is
That's
a
a really
Like they want a penny and nickel it.
That's a good
nickel
way
and
to
dime it.
just really ruin what for probably the most part was like a pretty fun time. But you get to the end and then just some guy's like, well, I didn't drink Dr. Pepper, so I'm not going to put an extra 60 cents on the tab.
I know many.
And that person's also probably poor.
Yeah, but then you shouldn't be going out to dinner.
I think it'd be.
kinda
I
hate
wish
to
I
say
could
it.
just pay for everybody every time. That sounds
same,
the best.
I wish I just had that
Well,
power. Maybe someday.
If you,
Kyle, you do.
if
You have that power tonight.
Yeah, to purchase me dinner. Also, I think the more that you wish that will happen, the closer you will get to your goal of buying me dinner tonight.
Tonight.
Could happen.
Okay, I'll just cart
Could
you
definitely
guys.
happen.
I'll just cart you guys up and down California, buy you dinner, give you some weed and some tequila, and what else? What else you guys need? What else? What do I have that you guys want? I'll give it to you.
Height. I would like some of your height.
Okay. Here, I have weed. You can have some of that.
This will help
Get high with
this
that.
will help me grow.
There's some height. So, yeah, Brandon's a pretty talented dude. He writes songs as well and plays good music and makes tracks and stuff. So if you ever need like a fat beat
Or a shred.
or an EDM banger, hit this guy up. Hit this guy up. How do people find you?
You can go to my website,
Yeah.
vignustips.com.
So what is Vignus
no
tips?
joke.
Oh, Brendan, we need to follow up from a previous episode on language from my high school days because you brought up that there were some terms that were missed. Anyways, Vignus tips.
Okay, well, explain Vignus tips. I've never been hired professionally really to do any songs outside of my own self-publishing. So my name's just Brendan. And people need like a thing that's Googleable, so you can be found on the internet. So, Vignus tips seemed like something that was highly Googleable.
How do you spell that?
VIGNES
Yeah.
TIPS.
Tips.
Vignus tips.
But I think if I ever had some kind of hit song, I'd use Vignus tips for my licensing purposes. But,
Oh, you would?
Yeah, but
that would be
people
your
just,
professional name.
you just call me by my first name,
Which is
Brendan.
which is Brendan. Yeah.
Not Brandon.
which is B-Dog.
Yeah. So, that's something that I do, kind of in secret, mostly, alone.
Yeah. Well, not anymore.
I guess
Now
not.
you've got like 3 other people who know.
No,
That's
Brendan
good.
moved, and we were living down in LA, and then Brendan was living up in San Francisco, and then
Yeah.
moved. So
Yeah.
now he's our neighbor.
That's
I
true.
did move close by,
Yeah.
and that was a good move. I'm enjoying it. It was time to leave my childhood home
Right.
and venture out, and I'm glad I did because now I'm an intern in my 30s.
Yeah. Now you work for us for
The
free.
world has opened up for me in so many ways. It's great.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah.
So I attempt to do many things, all of which have made me very poor.
Yep.
Usually the best things do.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a passion work.
It's a work of. What do you guys prefer to spend your money on? Toys or like vacations?
I can tell you right now,
Journeys?
I spend most of my money on food and weed. and then Bill's.
That's interesting because the main thing you eat is canned tuna.
Yeah, well, that's a new thing. I've been on. I was gonna do like a cleanse of some kind. I was gonna try to cleanse myself, but then I decided I was just gonna eat soup for a long time.
What did that turn into?
Well, I lost 10 pounds pretty quickly. Surprisingly, I was like, oh man, this is not an easy way to lose weight. But then also, it's not that great, and there's not a whole lot of selections. You go to Whole Foods, and there's only so many things you can eat. And then I started eating canned tuna, and now I have solid bowel movements, and it's good.
Is it not true that on the last night of your diet, you ate between 4 and 7 chalupas at a Taco Bell?
I was pressured slightly into that. I think.
No, you were not.
I think you could all agree.
No, you were not pressured.
It was a little bit of peer pressure.
That's pressure in your brain.
You know what? It was really fucking good. That was the best Taco Bell I've ever had. I would do it again. I probably will do it again tonight.
We had Taco Bell the next day because we left the recorder out in the desert and had to drive. Brendan came and saved us, and we drove 4 hours.
So explain this real quick. What happened?
We were recording a podcast out. It's an earlier episode out on some rock design situation in Yucca, and I left the recorder, the recorder out there,
right.
And we needed to record, and so Brendan came
you
over.
Left it 2.5 hours, right? 2.5 hours out there.
It was 2.5 hours out there. Climbed up a fucking hill, half a mile up, got the recorder, and drove back.
And got Taco Bell.
Now it just makes for the story. Yay!
Yeah. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it's about
going to the same Taco Bell twice.
Yeah. Sorry.
Exactly.
Yes.
And that's what we spend most of our money on, which isn't that much. We don't have a whole lot of money, so.
I think it's kind of a unique scenario being at the same Taco Bell that's very far away from where you live.
Yeah.
In less than a 24-hour window. That's like a 12-hour window.
That is something that probably doesn't happen to most people.
I even admitted that to a customer in the Taco Bell the second time we were in there.
Yeah.
And now that I'm reflecting on my behavior, I am feeling a little self-conscious about that.
You have taco smell?
About their reaction to what you said? How did they react?
Well, it's not that I think there's anything wrong with eating Taco Bell because right now I'm getting a lot of it for free.
Right.
And being unemployed, I am pro-free really anything, including Taco Bell. But I wonder if it's, maybe untoward to eat in the same fast food establishment so close together.
Yeah, you should probably
not something to feel good about.
Yeah,
no, I don't. Yeah, I feel really bad about it now.
You could eat in multiple different Taco Bells anytime you want.
That'd be better.
Yeah.
It could have remained a secret for the rest of my life, but I exposed myself to a stranger. And I don't know why I did that.
Good. She probably walked back to the person she's working with, who's like, "This dude just told me he ate here yesterday."
What is going on?
Well, that's what I would do. If I found that information out about a stranger, I would tell somebody about it.
Same.
He's new. Maybe there's people that just do that, and that's what they do on a regular basis, so it's not that weird.
Several people at that Taco Bell have your picture.
Uh-oh, alarm off.
What is that?
Oh, that's fine.
I got excited. I thought somebody was calling me.
That just means it's 6:30.
Yeah, it was 6:30. That's cool. Yeah, the sun's still blasting. Anyways, oh wait, Brennan, I wanted you to give me some follow-up words that were funny that we were talking about after whenever that podcast was.
Oh yeah, that's right. What were some of the words that we came up with?
Okay, there's
we're gonna expand on booed.
Did I say bead?
No.
I didn't even say bead.
There were a lot of things that were
It was
missed.
booed for sure.
Booed.
There was squeam, which apparently is a real word already. I think babies squeam, right? Somebody told me that. I think it was
words
Brendan
to
over there.
continue.
No.
Are you cutting this part out?
No.
No.
We're rolling?
We're rolling right now.
Okay.
This is live. Yeah.
So Logan's brother basically invented a language when we were younger. A couple other people who were unrelated also came up with some words that were highly popular and are still used by adults from a very specific region in Marin County.
In 2005 to 6.
So we left off, we were talking about the word booed.
Yeah.
There's another version of the word, which is bead, which is when something is slightly more booed than something that's booed.
That's bead.
From there, you had add-on adjectives such as darty, which I think was... I would use that word as like an intensifier.
Yeah, because you can say it's chuckaboo darty.
Yeah. So that means it's very cool.
It's like sentences. It's complete sentences.
I almost look at darty as right, so you said it's chuckaboo darty. You're like, it's like confirmed. Confirm boodness.
And spun into this way of speaking is a lot. It's like heavily sarcastic.
Yeah.
And other people adopted this style of sarcasm, but applied it in different ways. I think the word morp was mentioned.
Oh yeah, I remember morp.
More.
A morp is it's like a dummy, but kind of like your friend also. It's like a nice way to call somebody an idiot.
It's okay.
Remember Andrew Burrow would walk up to people and go, morp.
Yeah, he'd get in your face, he'd flex on you.
Yeah.
So this person, he.
Stand over there, Brennan.
Yes, sir. He, being a genius word inventor, took it upon himself to then do something similar to what Noah was doing, where he applied sarcasm in a new way. And he would like to tell you that you are handsome.
Yeah.
Very sarcastically. And he would also comment on your age and also on your size.
Yeah, are you handsome for your size?
Yeah, so when you had a friend and you wanted to greet your friend, but you didn't want to just say what's up to that person, for some reason it became a phenomenon amongst many people that we knew to walk up to somebody and say, you're handsome for your age and size. And
yeah, handsome.
And all of what's funny about all of this is that even in my 30s, I say these things to people who have no context for the way that I'm speaking at all.
Indeed.
Which, to be honest,
now there's plenty of context.
It's chuck-a-bood.
Yeah, it's chuck-a-bood.
Darty.
What's the other one? Oops. What's the other one? It was about...
You could say you're Kinda. Did I say Kinda?
Yeah, we talked about Kinda. You could also be a bodode.
Oh, that was a whole other thing.
That
sounds
was a whole other
advanced.
thing from another group of people, which was also
different
a very
crew.
sarcastic sort of lingo. It came with a voice that I can't really do.
You frick. Wait, say it.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Or it was
I
high
can't do
pitch.
it. Yeah, it's really...
Oh, yeah, frickin' bodo.
I can't really do it.
Kind of an accent.
Anyway, so that came from an older group
Swamp.
of people. So that was like Logan's sisters.
No, that was younger. That was our friend
Ryan?
Spencer's older brother.
Okay,
Swamp
so
is a
Ryan
joint,
Acton. And then sort of the sarcastic, hey, you're handsome talk, that was like our age group.
That's true.
But Logan's younger brother really was the most
He was the
influential
pioneer.
linguist that I've probably ever met in my entire life.
Wow.
I don't know anybody, except for maybe Ben Tedder, who has coined as many nonsense words that I use all the time. It's kind of crazy.
Like a little mini dictionary.
It would be good, I think, at some point, to actually make like a website dedicated.
One time I made a menu with Spencer, our friend Spencer, for an imaginary restaurant that we wanted to open up, and everything was made with blumpleberries, which was an invented fruit that we had. And we called it 125 Blumpleberry Lane.
Blumpleberries.
That was going to be the name of the restaurant. We come up with plump cakes.
Yeah. Blumpy biscuits.
Yeah, that would be a good one. I don't know if we had those yet, but
I
we
just
could
want to be a part of
We could
this.
definitely stock those.
Well, so
Man, I wish I remembered the funny
You
words
can
that
be a part of
kids
it.
made up.
You just have to adopt this very strange way of talking and basically just do it
I
all
use
the time.
bood now. I feel like it's been long enough that I can use bood.
Well, anybody can use the words.
Yeah.
You just have to decide to commit to.
I used it yesterday in a text message to Brendan.
I mean,
I said bood.
ideally, I would like to encounter somebody who's not even from America,
Yeah.
who somehow has learned these sayings and
The
is
language,
using
really.
them.
Way of life.
It's a culture.
It is. It's like a lifestyle, kind of.
Yeah.
I read memes and it's booed.
I
Yeah.
really enjoy Shrek memes, and it's bood.
Yeah, that's the appropriate use of the adjective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, sick. What Twomp was one.
Twomp is a word.
That's just a word.
that just
Oh, it's
means
actually a word.
yeah, that means $20 worth of weed.
Oh, okay.
Twomp. It's just
I
twomp
actually
sack.
didn't know that. That's good.
Yeah,
That's how I'll buy it from now on.
I don't think that if you went to the weed store and you asked for a twomp, they would give you anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Need some explanation, which would already be too much.
Yeah,
So-
I don't know.
Well, I'll try it.
Yeah, like I think it would be fun to
Womp.
just rewinding real quick to the language. It'd be pretty amazing to teach a little kid to say these things and think it was totally just normal language and let them grow up, finding their own words, discovering their own language.
And that's the other thing too, is you can make up your own variations and use those.
Buddhisms.
Right. You're a Buddhist.
Yeah, you can be I mean, essentially, if you're doing that, you're a Buddhist.
Yeah.
That's what that would be.
That's great. I like that.
Yeah.
So it's like it's like an open source language that anybody is free to add to.
Yeah.
And join the movement of not only sounding
Of Buddhism.
confusing, but also not that smart.
Damn. It's getting windy up here. Brennan, we're going to send you back off and we're going to wrap this thing up.
All right, well, I've enjoyed my time here on the mountain.
Welcome. Thank you for being here. God bless.
Thanks, man.
Goodbye.
God bless.
Yep.
Oh, wait. I'm bringing the tape deck back.
Nice. Well, how you doing over there?
I'm doing good. It's getting windy, though. We need to get out of here and
blow
go
off
get
this
some
mountain.
dinner or
Get these
run
guys
the town.
some burritos.
Food Doritos. Awesome. Well, Killer You Want, it's debuted.
Yep. Let's do the thing.
Oh yeah, we got to pop it in the ooze tube, and leave this somewhere on this mountain.
I'll open this up for you to make that happen.
All right, open that up. You know, all you people out there at the bottom of the Kanye Sunday service mound.
Right. You know who you are.
Thank you for being here.
You know who you are.
Thank you for being here. And oops, how do I do this? Okay, got
there
it.
we go. Good job. Yeah, thanks for joining us. It's been a lot of fun. Yeah. Pretty booed.
Pretty booed.
All right, y'all. Thanks for joining on the show. We'll talk to you soon.
Take care.
Blessings.
Bye bye.